Okie dokie, take 2. Let's see if we can make this happen. If you saw the video before that's 41 seconds long, ignore that. It didn't happen. And as soon as this stream is over, it will be lost media, as it belongs. Hello, bonjour, a third way of saying hello. I am Ryan Molyneux, host of Doctor Who from Scratch, and this is Doctor Who from Scratch. The point of this show, normally, is that we write a Doctor Who from scratch. I know, it's very hard to work that out, like, from the title, but the way it works is, like, you pick a Doctor, you pick a companion, you pick a monster, and then we put them on this wheel, and then we spin the wheel, and then we decide what those things are, and then we make a story out of it. And supposedly, it's all very exciting and stuff. At least, that's what it is in theory. Hello, good people. How are you doing? I hope we have some good ideas today. I'm sorry if you were there for the fuck up earlier, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, we're very sorry, but at the same time, you know what to expect from us. Hi Toyota. Hope you're good. On time-ish. Hey, to be fair, I was a little late today as well. It's fine. Let me just get the Discord link going. Pin message. Yep, join our Discord and stuff. It's on the pinned message in the chat. For more fun and japes and frivolities, we're doing D&D soon in the Discord, which should be fun. And yeah, without saying too much, let's get some suggestions going while I talk to you wonderful people. And we see how things are doing. What do we think about Rogue coming out on Saturday? Is everyone excited about Rogue? Personally, I am quite excited about Rogue. I think that Rogue has the potential to be a nice breather in between what's undoubtedly going to be a very heavy finale and the last 3 episodes, which have been very heavy. I'm quite excited about Rogue, and it's also nice to see that Rogue is going to have some new writers and stuff. Also, I wish I was on Discord. Always wanted to get into D&D. Then join the Discord. Join the Discord. There's nothing stopping you. I will suggest David Warner, written by David Sass. It's cute. That's cute. Okay, yeah. Isn't that the Exile Doctor? Isn't that one? The David Warner Doctor? I'll put that on. And then I saw 5th Doctor, so I'll pop him on as well. That's very exciting. 5th Doctor is the most exciting of the Doctors. Certainly the most sexually ferocious, I've found. That's very much the case. We don't understand how it works, and we kind of fear how it works. We just know that it works. No, that's the sympathy for the devil. Exile is the woman. Oh, okay. Okay, Exile is a weird. Warner is an alt third. Oh, okay. I'll just put Warner Doctor then, because you know what that means. Schalke. Shalcock Holmes. Okay, I'll put Schalke on there. 3rd Doctor, also a solid choice. We've got 4 or 5 on there right now. We're gonna try and get to 12. So, Deadline Doctor. You mean the one that never ends up existing? That would be rather hard to put into a story, wouldn't it? 7th Doctor. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say no on that one, unfortunately. I don't know. I don't really think going into the existential hellscape is needed at this juncture. Hope you guys like the new thumbnail, by the way. I worked very hard on it. If you look very carefully, you can find Wally. Let's see which one of you finds Wally first. License plate Doctor. Which one's the license plate Doctor? Come on, help me out here, guy. Who's the license plate Doctor? Show me his TARDIS wiki page, please. Show me his TARDIS wiki page. Unlike TARDIS wiki roulette on Tuesday, every week on Something Blue, I will just click on the link. Who is the license plate Doctor? Show me the license plate Doctor. Let's get it poppin'. Eighth Doctor is a solid choice. See, this is the thing. If you don't give me suggestions, I will just ramble bullshit. And that's not fun for anyone. Especially me. Eighth Doctor. Alt Universe 8 played by Michael Jackson. Alright. Alright, I'll take that. Michael Jackson as the Doctor. There we go. If it lands on that, that's going to make a fun thumbnail. 15 is already on there, my dude. 15 gets on by default. Because he is the current Doctor. Also, you found Wally! Yes! Where is Wally? Where are they? Describe where they are. I'll know. I'll know if you tell them the truth. Mr. September from... No! No! We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing... No! Oh dear. Moffat's shoulder. Yes! Yes, Going Metal! You have found Wally. Well done. Or Waldo, if you happen to live in the country that Doctor Who belongs to. He is the 16th Doctor. No, he isn't. No, he fucking isn't. Ricky September could be a companion, maybe. He could be the villain. You guys get that Ricky September was still racist, right? Like, he still had that same fucking mind virus that the rest of them had. Just, like, not as bad. Just well enough to be able to kind of survive. Lily should be the villain. Ah, there we go. Yeah. She comes back for revenge. Bro, when did you say you're doing the D&D? I don't know. Soon. Very soon, actually. Very soon. Probably in the next, like, couple of weeks. We'll see. I've got to finish my pulse break. So that's next week. So after that, probably I'll do it. Ricky was educated and we don't know if he was racist like that. Yeah, we do, because he grew up in an incredibly racist fucking society. And he was just educated enough to, like, get them to the lower levels and shit. We can't just make loads of assumptions in Ricky September's favor just because he was kind of purdy. Like, come on, guys. We're better than this. Come on. Come on. If I didn't have principles... What is your principle? What is your weird principle against Discord, Lamb? What is the principle? I don't get it. Explain. Explain why it's bad. Which is why he had to die. He's probably racist, but I also think he would have been smart enough to follow 15. Yes! That I will give you. That I will give you. He might have been smart enough to have some basic self-preservation instincts. There's nuance there. I'll grant you that. I don't like them and they keep ruining things. Also, Skype is free. Discord is free! You think I pay for Discord? My god. He was the only educated one. Just making assumptions against him. He was the only one nice to the Doctor. Alright. Imagine paying for Discord though. Seriously. No, alright. Ricky September was probably on the level of, like, being capable of becoming a decent person, but they still absolutely would have been a bigot. Whether they would have been an active bigot or not, there's, like, a grey area. But, like, we can't, like, also make assumptions that he would have been alright and a good person just because he was nice to Lindy. That's my thing as well. Google Hangouts is where it's at. Okay, whatever, dude. Whatever. We're not going to move our entire community over just because you won't join Discord. Join Discord. Alright. Have we got any more? Have I missed any because we were talking about Ricky fucking September? We could do Waldo as the Doctor if you want, but it would have to be a Dr. Light episode, unfortunately. How using Skype in 2024? True. Okay. The fuck is Google Hangout? I know what they are, but I think I've used one once, like 10 years ago. My god. Also, Windows. Alright, mate. Alright. Mr. Fancy Pants. I'm glad. Yes, you did suggest a few today. But a lot of the ones you suggested, Syl, you suggested a doctor that doesn't exist and like cannot actively participate in any story ever. It's all about Windows 11. We need to meet on AOL. Ninth Doctor, solid choice. Solid choice. I love to see it. I love to see it. Okay, I am gonna say 1 more minute for you to select stuff, and then we're moving on to companions. We need to meet on Yahoo Answers. Yeah, we need to meet on Cura. Torchwood Crew. Which, alright, I'll tell you what, I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Maybe it'll end up accidentally being a Torchwood Crew episode. I will give you a wild card. The Yahoo Answers Doctor. We don't know if Mrs. Flood is the Doctor yet, but I would love that. I would love it. 11, that's a solid choice. It's a solid choice. Guys, I already solved who Mrs. Flood is. You should watch my video about it. Totally should. I absolutely cracked. I cracked that nut. Cracked it wide open. Susan. I reckon Discord is the villain. I reckon you might be onto something there. I think you might be right. Alright, I think we've got enough, to be honest. I think we're good to go. We have Torchwood Crew. We have Classic Unit Crew or Modern Unit Crew. Let's do Classic. Let's do Classic. Let's do Classic, because I feel like they're a bit better defined. I feel like as much as with Modern Unit, I feel like we've never really had them be that well defined. Because they always seem to have a completely different like organizational structure every time we meet them. And there's very little continuity of membership outside of like Kate, because like yeah, Osgood's there sometimes, but usually not. You know what I mean? Like outside of Kate, it's just a bunch of faceless drones who usually get like killed. 17th Doctor David Tennant again. That's a depressing thought. He'd be like 63 or some shit, right? You know, assuming that Shooty isn't the Doctor for like 10 years, which would be cool. Old 6 from Jubilee. What, the one that... Why are you doing this to me, Lamb? Why? Why? 8 from Chimes of Midnight in the Parrot. That's fun. See, you both doing the same shit to me. Oh, dear. You guys. 10-2 is a good one. $13 from Eve of the Dark. You're being very silly, and I'm going to spin the wheel now. We're going to decide which Doctor it's going to be, because this has all gotten quite farcical. Ace from the books. Do you mean like the Time Lord Ace? Because I'll put that on. Fuck it. There we go. There we go. There we go. I love it. 13 is a weeping angel. You see, you've got them all doing it now, and this is why I'm going to spin the wheel. You're all not to be trusted. I fucking hate you all, and I hate myself. I love the wheel though. The wheel's pretty good.
Yeah, baby.
You can trust me, I'm Liz Trust. That would be really good. That's like, that'd be really good Doctor dialogue. Just being like, you can trust me. I'm Liz Trust. Actually, forget I said that. That's sick. I love it. Well done, Moosey. Oh, hail the wheel. I'm a cabbage with googly eyes on. I know. I know you are. I know your secret. I know all of your secrets. Including the one you have buried.
Yeah, baby.
Fifth Doctor! Fifth Doctor-Rooney! Yay! Hope you like beige! The Fifth Doctor seems like he would be really into Ed Sheeran. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Alright.
Yeah, baby.
God damn it. God damn it, guys. Whose idea was this? Who is responsible for this? I'm going to look back on the comments and find out which one of you fucking did this shit. Which one of you? Could it be me? Oh, okay. Okay, now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Guess who I'm going to suggest for companion? Oh dear. Okay, it's on the docky what, guys. It is on there. So, companion. Who we go? That's good. That's good. Okay. Points of Moosey. Pricky August. You think you're very clever, don't you? You think you're very, very clever indeed. I put Cabbage Man on the wheel for companions. You should all be very thankful. John Lumick as companion. Valerie Lockwood. Destry Shakespeare. I will let you have Destry so that the 17th Doctor can punch her in the face. How about that? How about that? Shakespeare. Also, Star Trek crew from Immersive. Very silly. Martha Jones, banger suggestion. Banger suggestion. I hope it's Martha Jones now. That guy David Tennant voiced in Scream of the Shulker, didn't he die? I'm fairly confident that he died. I'm also often very wrong, so that is also a distinct possibility. And one I welcome. I'm enjoying the 11 audios, as you can tell. Yeah. Also, David Tennant Nazi from Colditz. I haven't checked out the 11 audios because I'm working class. Are they good? David Tennant Nazi from... No! No! What the the word that I can't say on YouTube? E1? You mean that David Tennant from Colditz? Right. He does die? Oh, he does die. Okay. They are good, and I got them on sale before the release. That is very good. That's very smart of you. That's very canny. I like it. I like it. Captain Kirk from Star Trek. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's not like you can't tell an interesting story there. Fuck it. My rule is, okay, this is the thing. Here's my rule. So you guys understand. My rule is I'm okay with doing like weird, out there, wacky suggestions as long as there actually is a story that can be told with them. Because some of them, like, they're a narrative dead end. And they're funny to suggest, but then, like, I'm left in a fucking bind, and it makes the back half of this video less fun. So, yeah, you know what I mean. That's my, like, I guess the word would be, like, logic. But at the same time, like, it's me, so is that really the right word to use? Let's see, there's a few more I noticed. Doctor Companion and Villain, all played by Tennant. Oh dear. Lan, is that Lan? I will have one Star Trek character. Lan Noonien Singh is a good character though. I've only seen the first season of Strange New Worlds, but it's pretty good. I enjoy it. It kind of feels like a fusion of like Next Gen and Deep Space Nine. I'm into it. And they met 4 in the crossover. Oh, that's exciting. I see Harry Sullivan there. I will put Harry Sullivan down. It's a good choice. Solid choice. Sarah Jane, also a solid choice. Paul Mars, also a solid choice. See, I can be fun. Here, a cabbage with googly eyes on it. The doctor is very lonely, and you talks to it like a regular companion. Listen to my fucking audio dramas. God damn it. Listen to my audios, Metal. I literally did that idea. It's in our 60th. One of our doctor's companions in the 60th is a tape recorder. One of our doctors, her companion is a tape recorder that just says, "Yes, doctor," in her voice back to her in response to things. Listen to it. It's really good. It's also an incredibly dark story that's about mental health and medical horror and shit. You guys will love it. It's called Times Champions. Yeah, you go listen to that. Yeah, you'll like it. They're about as off the wall as these are. And they're really violent. You'll love them. Right, let's see. Zoom episode concept. Just the concept of an episode done. That's very abstract. That's like multiple levels of irony stacked on top of each other right there. Did you suggest Ricky September again? Fuck off. Oh dear. Robin Hood. David Tennant, the actual man, is quite funny. I will give you that one. I will give you that one. I kind of hope it lands on David Tennant, the actual man now. An hour of just audio would make me go insane. Oh, you'll like our stuff then, because we fucking animate us now. Let's see. I love Zoom episodes of TV personally. Me too, they're fun. They're really fun. I'm into them. Big Brother from the book. Oh, it's a good idea for a villain. Let's see. Adric. Adric could be good. Clyde from Sarah Jane Adventures could be good. Who is Dickie May? Hang on. Oh. Eight from Unnatural History of Fear. Fuck you. Fuck you. I have listened to that, Big Finish. Okay, I think we're done. I think we're done with companions. My autocorrector's heart fought me hard on one of these. Fair. All right, let's spin it a wheel. Yeah. Spin that wheel. Wheel, do you want to be spun?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. So close to just landing on David Tennant. All hail the wheel. Icky November. Oh, god damn it. It's okay, Traveller, it's fine, because I'm not going to put any of them on.
Yeah, baby.
David Tennant, the actual man! The actual man who doesn't have a plan because he's just an actor and not a real-time lord at all. I hope it lands on him again.
Yeah, baby.
I don't know who that is. Is he like a TikToker?
Yeah, baby.
Yay! Wonderful.
Yeah, baby.
Jesus Christ. So many choices. Let's see how many we have. It's a 9-horse race right now. Oh wait, no, I misread that. I'm sorry, guys. Robin Hood, David Tennant, Shakespeare, Martha Jones, Adric. Martha and David Tennant for RTD3. Yeah! 17 and Martha would be really good, to be honest. It would be really good. It would be really good. That David Tennant, the actual man, and probably Robin Hood are the most interesting choices to me, personally. Anyway, let's roll again.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh, it looks like it's gonna be Robin Hood. Has David Tennant ever played Robin Hood, guys? It's important. We do indeed have a winner. If David Tennant has ever played Robin Hood, like, get in touch. Which Robin Hood? He was Casanova, yes. He was really good at that. He's basically the 10th Doctor, essentially. It was like the beta of the 10th Doctor. Which Robin Hood? I would say probably the original, like the one from Robot of Sherwood. Because there's more you could do character-wise with the one from Robot of Sherwood than there is with the one from the Land of Fiction. Because at the end of the day, one from the Land of Fiction is just a fictional construct. The Fox. It is certainly an idea. Companion, Robin Hood. Let's see. I like the book that he was in. What book was he in? Also, Fox Robin Hood has to show up. Hey, I've got an idea, guys. Bear with me. Okay? We might be able to do that. Alright. We gotta think about monsters now, though. We gotta think about villains. We gotta think about villains. And I tell you what I'm gonna do before you think about villains. I want to tell you what I want to do with this story. Okay, I want to do a story where the 17th Doctor and Robin Hood are in present-day Earth, and Robin Hood is reacting to stuff in present-day Earth, including how he is remembered as like a legendary figure and shit. And that will also allow you to put the Fox Robin Hood in there if you want to. So yeah, that's what the story that I'm going to tell is in this right from scratch, because that seems like the clear choice, basically. So yeah, think about villains that would be good for that kind of story, and let's go. Are they bringing him back to life? Maybe, I'm not sure yet. I haven't worked out the plot, just the concept, like the premise of what I would like to do with this one. You can have him show up while the Doctor is investigating an unstable rift. Traveller, that's why I love you, because you're really good at making plots make sense. Okay, we can do that. Then who is exploiting the rift then? Because I feel like if you're going to have Robin Hood come out of a rift, then the villain of the story also needs to be like making that rift happen in the first place. Are we spinning for villain? We are. We're just talking about who would be a good villain for the story that we're doing. I'm trying something out, Lamb, because I think it will make the story better. I think it'll make the final product better. The Slovene is good. Torture Gang is good too. Unironically, it's a good suggestion. Unit. Maybe another famous mythical figure. That's a fun idea. I think there's a lot of potential there. Let's see. The Muppet. Oh dear. Alright. Torchwood. I'll put him in. The Slovene. I'll put him in. They're getting in there. My Dad, He Is Mythical. Faction Paradox. That's a good one. Not a myth, but Blofeld from James Bond. I kind of like it, though. I kind of like it. Cabbage Man. The man with a cabbage plan. Gonna get rid of Blofeld and put on Cabbage Man. Yeah. The Doctor fictional. Blofeld, hard to... It's good. It's good. Hold on. The top marks. Michael from the Bible. Come on. Oh dear. Because I already have three suggestions that are all pretty good. The Ordinary Police. For fuck's sake. Come on, guys. I like Disney as a suggestion. I like Disney as a suggestion too. But I'm going to need to know why they want this rift open. The Red Dwarf. See, the master. Thank you. Thank you, Traveller. Thank you. God damn it. I will fucking spin this wheel right now. I'm telling you. I will just spin it right now and we will look at the people. I'm turning the car around, kids. Now, here we go. There we go. The zombie. Zagreus. As accurate as possible. Wait, what? Disney to make a remake as accurate as possible. Alright. Alright. Yeah, no, I fucks with that. That's good. That's good. I like that. I like that a lot. Wotan again. Yeah, right. Forget. I'm putting Wotan on. Wotan the Dotan with Plotan. The Daleks again. Unit gone mad. That Welsh guy from 73 yards. Which one? Oh, what? You mean, Roger Ap Gwilliam? You mean that guy? Okay. Alright, yeah. Yeah, that's a good choice. I'll put that on. Great intelligence. Intelligence. Evil Yaz from the future. Who is also a cyborg. I think that's good for now. Old Ruby from 73 Yards. Joey from... No. He's not a villain. Ross is the villain from Friends. Come on, guys. 10-2 is the Valiant. It's the last one, though. Because we're dangerously reaching too many. The Veil from Heaven Sent. That wouldn't work on present-day Earth. Think about it. Oh no, he's slowly walking towards me. If only I had this entire open planet to travel to. Dr. Nasty, 13 but evil. Where have I heard that before? Heard that before. I know where I've heard that before. That's a Bowls Trek thing, isn't it? Bill's mum. Yeah, it turns out that at the end of Lie of the Land, Bill's mum wasn't actually saving everyone. She was just clearing the deck of the monks so that she could have her turn ruling the earth. That's why she's looming over everyone at the end like a malevolent god. Oh, her foster mum. Well, that tracks, actually, yeah. The meddling monk. That's good. Actually, that's a solid one. I kind of like that. Okay. I think that we've got quite enough on the wheel now. And I suggested a myth thing. Did you see? You did. Who did you suggest? Let me see. The Little Mermaid sisters from the original town. Bowls Trek is the shittiest villain. He complains about literally everything. I know. I know. I know. I know. I know. I liked when he talked to, I think it was JXy, and he was immediately, like, all polite and shit. And, like, all like, ooh, as soon as he was, like, confronted. What a fucking bitch. Jesus Christ. First Doctor, but evil. Alright. That's the last one, though. But it's a good one, so I'll put it on. But this wheel is getting way too overstuffed now. Bowls Trek is a real... He is a real villain. I mean, at the end of the day, like, his job is to, like, grift stupid people for, like, their hard-earned money. And a huge proportion of his audience are, like, number one, poor. Number two, making direct payments. Number three, they vote on the things that they believe, and he's encouraging really, like, terrible beliefs so that he can make money ripping off these people. Yeah, he absolutely is a fucking villain. Abso-fucking-lutely. There's no question of that. No question of it whatsoever. Anyway, why don't we spin at a wheel, yeah? Just wash that taste out of our mouth real quick. Alright.
Yeah, baby.
Speaking of evil... That's why I reconsidered eating a bump. Oh dear. Alright, let's do this. So we got Disney. That's a strong competitor. Let's go again. And see what happens. The meddling monk. 10-2 is the Valiant. Oh, that's really funny. It's really good. Okay.
Yeah, baby.
feel like this is going to be an interesting few rounds. Oh shit! That was quick! Okay. Drake is a villain. That is true. Second villain. We've had one, yes. But what about second villain? I have no idea who 10-2 is. 10-2 is the Meta Crisis 10th Doctor. It's what people call 10-2. Some people. Boy lover. Why? Okay. Let's go on with this. Okay. We're writing a story now, guys. We're writing a story. So we'll write our premise out first. I feel like the premise is probably good to go with. So a rift opens. Oh yeah, the Valeyard. David Tennant, right? Yeah. Alright, now let me just check really quickly on my other window. Has David Tennant ever played Robin Hood? No, doesn't look like it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm like kind of sad about that, to be honest. Would have been a really good thumbnail. Can we kill David Tennant and have him regenerate into David Tennant? Yes, we can. We can absolutely do that. Why don't we have that be the midpoint? Hang on. Midpoint. 17 is fatally wounded and regenerates into the same face. There. I did it, guys. It's in there. It's part of the canon now. So no second villain. No, we're keeping it tight. We're keeping it concise this week. Narrative, plot, character, theme, a secret fifth thing. That's just stolen Earth. I know! But also no. Oh, we have to do a two-part of them. Why? Why? Maybe the Valeyard is forcing the Doctor to keep regenerating to the... Yeah. I mean, I have an idea, maybe. Maybe think about that. This could actually be a really good story. Just let me cook. Into the same base. But there's going to be a reason for it, okay? And here's what I'm thinking, alright? The Valeyard is trying to force the Doctor to, like, become stuck on the David Tennant setting. And then he's going to gobble up all of the Doctor's regenerations so that he can live on forever as David Tennant. And that is the Valeyard's motivation in this story. That's why the Valeyard is doing what they're doing. And can he be locked into mythic status like Robin? That's what he's trying to do. Yeah, that's his goal, basically. I don't want to blow to pull out all the art. Yeah, I think it could work. I think it has a lot of potential as a story idea. An idea for a story, if you will. I believe that's what the kids are calling it these days. But I'm probably wrong about that. If the Doctor's a myth, he's not real, so the Valeyard can do whatever. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Is a myth not real? Is it? Because I mean, some things like I know something, you know something messed up I could do. What messed up thing could you do, Missy? Come on. What? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I mean, in real world sense, Doctor Who wise, all myths are real. That's true. That's true. Although at the same time, like, I mean, there was a time when cyborgs were completely the realm of science fiction, and now they're not. So, I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm barely following that train of thought, to be honest. I'm thinking about the Dominoes I have in the fridge right now. Except Noddy. There's no Noddy. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. The 10th Doctor just hadn't met him yet. Thank you very much. Perhaps the rift is created by the Valiar trying to enter into this universe, going crazy after Rose died defending her Earth and looking for another variant her to be with. Yeah, I like that. I like that. We're using that. Alright, Hook. 2 Welsh policemen are... I don't know why they're Welsh. I don't know. I guess 2 policemen. They don't have to be Welsh. I guess it's because it's being made by Bad Wolf. So statistically, the actors are probably Welsh. Chasing a criminal are interrupted by a strange man wearing a green garbage bag and holding a bow and arrow. Stephen Amell! No, Robin Hood. RTD3 reads all the Furies and exit. Yeah, no, this is going to be Doctor Who Season 3. Claiming to be Robin Hood. There we go. Inciting incident. The Doctor is called to investigate the scene, but realizes upon leaving the TARDIS he is David Tennant again. And then he's gonna do some detective work. This is what I'm thinking. He's gonna do some detective work. He's gonna realize that, like, there's a wibbly wobbly rift in space and timey-wimey, right? But he's gonna see fucking Valiar boy, and he's gonna be like, I'm David Tennant, but that's also David Tennant. So this is the whole episode in Wales. Sure. I don't know. Yeah, why not? No. Sure. Fuck off. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. No. Yes. Maybe Tem2 ages like a Time Lord but can't regenerate, so Rose just dies of old age. That's grim. Maybe other people have seen Town and Ten2 and they're mixing them up with someone. That's cool! That's way better! I'm a hack. That's awesome. There we go, people. So the thing is, though, Maybe it's like Face of Evil and the Valiard's already taken over the town. That's not a bad idea. First plot point. This story has already kind of devolved into insanity for me. We're going to have to make sense of this one, guys. I think we're going to have to really think about this. So, alright. Hear me out here. We got David Tennant coming out of the box, right? The blue box. It's blue, right? It is blue. It is. I haven't seen Doctor Who before. Anyway, David Tennant steps out of the TARDIS, and he's been called on by UNIT to investigate because UNIT would have been tipped off by the police catching sight of Robin Hood. And UNIT would be like, hey, there's a fucking rift over in Cardiff. Let's go check it out. So then what? The Doctor, someone recognizes the Doctor, and the Doctor is like, huh, that's weird, but I'm the only person who looks like David Tennant. Or, it's hard, because then you have to, like, go from that to, like, another scene where nothing happens, to another scene where nothing happens, to the Valiard, and, I don't know, it just feels like it needs, like, more of an immediacy. It feels like it needs that, like, jump and push. And right now, I'm not quite feeling it yet. Get your ideas coming, though, because we will crack this. Inciting incidents and first plot points are, do you know the definition of insanity? Yes, I do. It's hosting a show called Doctor Who from scratch. Willingly. Doctor Who is causing problems in the modern day. Robin Hood is causing problems in the modern day. Yeah? He's taken over the town to get the Doctor and UNIT's attention, so when they show up, he uses their tech to build something to properly look for another Rose variant. Yeah. What the fuck is going on in the chat right now? He's getting arrested for something and the Doctor... Oh! 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 But before he can worry about that, he sees Robin Hood escaping from jail. I did a variation on your idea because he would have already been like caught and stuff. So he chases the Green Man. Hang on, what? Do you know the definition of insanity? It's doing the same thing twice. Ah, yes. Look at me. I made a cup of tea. I put in a sugar. Guess what I'm gonna do next? I can't read that. Come on. What's that supposed to be, Moosey? You think you're very clever, don't you? No! Can't do it. I'm sorry. You just did. Cool. I could if there was a catch. Google translated it. What does it say? What does it say? Solve the puzzle for me. I can't Google translate it because I'm trying to host a show right now. You may have heard of it. It's called Doctor Who from scratch. Lamb, join our fucking Discord. Can you Bing translate it? Can you fuck off? Fucking Bing. God damn it. Being very silly. Very, very silly indeed. Okay, let's... First plot point. It says that Moosey is an energy vampire. That's... Does it really say that Moosey is an energy vampire? Moosey, are you just sat there right now like this? While you're watching my stream? Oh dear, I can believe that. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, some people are here to learn, okay? Some people are here to sharpen their creative writing skills. Some people are here to write Cabbage Man in the chat. They are not built the same. I said you... I am to... Next time you fuck around, Moosey, I'm timing you out. I'm officially picturing Moosey as Colin Robinson now. I know! The fuck translate you're using? Oh dear. I actually am here to sharpen the skills because I have 7 shit scripts to write for people. Respect! Respect! It's free with Microsoft Edge, which used to be Internet Explorer. Who is Colin Robinson? Have you... Alright, it's a show called What We Do in the Shadows. It's based on a movie, also called What We Do in the Shadows. It is a show about a bunch of vampires that live in a house together and just live day-to-day lives as vampires. And they are saying that you are a lot like one of the characters in that show. Would everyone like me to get a picture up of Colin Robinson so that Moosey can see who we're comparing him to? I think we should do that. I think it's only fair. Not that Colin Robinson. Oh dear. Sounds what? Oh my god, mate. Hang on. I feel like this isn't appropriate enough punishment. Oh dear. So yeah, I've got it. I found it. We're good. Okay. They are saying that you remind them of this motherfucker right here. This is the vibe that your antics give off, Moosey. Oh dear. Sorry, but this is limbo now. Oh dear. Alright, let's get back to work. Come on guys, back to our assignment. This is work after all. What, you're here to have fun? What the fuck is wrong with you? Robin Hood explains to the Doctor how he just showed up in modern day and talks to him to the rift. The Doctor realizes that the rift is artificial and starts trying to figure out how to create it. That is a solid beat, and I am taking it and putting it right in there. Where they punch for a bit and then are mates. They have a small conflict before Robin Hood accepts that he's the Doctor. Yada yada yada. You know how it goes. Always have like a small... Like sometimes it really does have to be like a token conflict, but you always got to have like... if you're having 2 characters meet and they have like disparate origin points, it's always good to have like a degree of conflict there. Because ironically, that friction makes things go down smoother for an audience. And its instability combined with Robin Hood's need for adventure. That's so good. Your scripts are going to be good, Traveller. You should write for me. You should write for my audios. Very good. So that would actually be a first plot point. Right there. Hang on, let me just get that. Because that's like establishing... hang on, yeah. that is establishing the stakes of what's going on and shit. So that's good. Will you have me on Discord? I do! I will message you. I will absolutely message you. I think you might be hired. Also, someone should steal the hat for a fight, because all TV will be superhero action in the future. I know. You're so right. So Robin Hood should have a cool hat. Yeah? That is true. Oh dear. I'm glad that you're having fun, Moosey. Oh. Can Robin stumble across the TARDIS and look for the Doctor not believing Tennant? I feel like we need to kind of get on with the plot now, to be honest. I kind of feel like we got them met, we got them investigating together. I feel like breaking them apart now, like, would just kind of make the story amble on for a bit, when, like, really, what we should be thinking about now is how we introduce our villain. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't want to know what you just typed, Lucy. You scare me sometimes. I think Valeyard should be on an asteroid. Why? Give your reasoning why that you think that should be the case. Because the Valeyard showing up is about to happen. What if the Valeyard impersonates the Doctor and goes after Robin Hood? That's got potential. Because it would be cool. What, like, he has like an asteroid moon base? I do like because it would be cool as an answer for why you want to do something, by the way. Like, if you're willing to stand behind it, if you're willing to stand behind it as a writer and be like, no, it's fucking metal as fuck and we should do it because it's metal. We could justify it later. Like, respect, honestly. Like, that's a good enough reason to do it, but you have to be willing to, like, fight for that shit. So I'm gonna say, yeah, the Valeyard has a secret asteroid base. Which is where the climax of the episode is probably going to be set. So in this bit here, cut to the Valeyard observing the events from his secret asteroid moon base thingy. There we go. Before laughing like Rita Repulsa. Don't tell me I don't give you people what you fucking want. Chibnall writing. What are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Fight me. Him using writing. Go on. Go on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'll fight you. I'll fight you over my writing. Let's go. Like, the issue with Chibnall writing is that either it doesn't make sense or, like, it's boring. Like, you can do something for, like, the sake of rule of cool. Absolutely. Like, I'll tell you a really good example. You know that story, The Next Doctor? The one with David Morrissey as, like, a fake doctor, right? That did not need to have a Cyberman Gundam in it. But it having a Cyberman Gundam in it did make the story more enjoyable and, like, more fun and shit. And it's purely in there because it's fucking cool. War of the Sontarans. Exactly! War of the Sontarans is metal as fuck. Like, I agree. Chibnall is metal as fuck but doesn't fulfill on the story sometimes, yeah. No, I agree. And that's the issue, is, like, you can want to have a cool thing, and you can have a cool thing, but you have to do the work to justify the cool thing. You have to. Or it's just piss. And at the end of the day, there's nothing cool about piss. Subscribe for more writing lessons. Power of the Doctor is metal as fuck. Conceptually, yes. In theory, absolutely. Power of the Doctor gave me a stroke. In practice, yes. Oh dear. Make it a Rasslog thing, who cares? Honestly, Power of the Doctor is like, it's like getting a really, 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 really bad big bag of pick and mix, and then like you stick your hand in the pick and mix, and you're like, oh my god, there's all this pick and mix, right? And then you pull the first one out, and you bite into it, and your teeth just like hurt. And you're like, why do my teeth hurt? Why are my gums bleeding? And then you look down and you're like, oh my god, this isn't a pick and mix. It's a brick. And that brick is smashing you in the jaw over and over and over and over again. That's what watching Power of the Doctor feels like. Oh dear. Power of the Doctor made me feel alive. You know what? The last time I got bricked, I felt pretty alive too. Oh dear. I was fine watching it. I hate it when that happens. Power of the Doctor should have been about the support group and their foibles and how they react when the Doctor shows up again. Oh, let's talk about that actually. One of my biggest problems with Power of the Doctor is the idea of the support group. Because A, that's pretty fucking Heaven's Gatey, if you ask me. That's a little bit culty-walty. Two, the Doctor's a pretty awful person if their friend circle needs a fucking support group to like deal with having hang out with them. Like, Jesus Christ. The last time I felt alive was before that episode, funnily enough. Oh, guys. Thank you, I'm glad you agree, Traveller. I try to spit nothing but facts. I try to have it be like a lot of nonsense, and then every now and again I just hit you with a hard truth. Alright, the Doctor is a bad person that wants to be good. Isn't that something we can usually agree on? Yeah, alright. Kind of. I think that's a bit of an oversimplification, but basically, yeah. Doctor Who fan 91 has the most valid opinions on the Chibnall era. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Doctor Who fan 91 is. They don't have to make it so culty, just a group of people coping with a really unique shared experience. Yeah. But it is very culty, isn't it? Anyway, more plot points. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if we were able to do more plot points? Maybe finish this episode on time? Can you imagine? And its instability combined with prevents him from being immediately sent back. Alright. But then they are ambushed by the Valiant and his androids, who all look like Billy Piper, but don't speak, because speaking Billy Piper costs 20k more. There you go. I think a funny little quirk of this story is the Doctor having to constantly babysit Robin, getting into trouble, potentially changing things and drawing attention to themselves. I agree. If we were to do this as like a proper serious story, that is what a lot of the fun of the first like act and a half of this story would be. Would just be like the Robin Hood like just reacting to like the everyday world and stuff. Like, imagine Robin Hood learning about how many movies have been made about him. Imagine Robin Hood like watching the Disney movie. Like, why am I a talking fox in this one? You know what I mean? I think it just has loads of potential. I think that's like the fun you have after the... I've got it, okay? But don't speak, because Billy Piper's... Speaking Billy Piper's cost 20k more. The Valeyard teleports them to his moon base. I think Robin would love the Disney movie. Hold it up! You're gonna like what I have in store, okay? and regenerates into the same face. He is able to get himself and Robin away at the cost of one of his lives. And then there's a pinch point. Okay. We're going to fill that midpoint in a second, by the way, because I want to expand on that. But I have an idea. I have an idea and I need to write it down before I forget it forever. Forever and ever and ever. Pinch point. Depressed at how hopeless the situation seems, Robin wants to give up, but the doctor encourages him to fight on with a rousing watch-along of Disney's Robin Hood. And then in the climax, Robin defeats the Billy Piperons while quoting the Disney movie. Because, you know, people fucking love that shit, especially dumb people. You gotta make sure as well, you gotta put in your nuggets for the dum-dums. You gotta put in the things that stupid people all recognize and fucking clap like seals at. That's also my writing advice. If you're thinking to yourself, hang on, I don't remember any moments like that in Ryan's body of work. Guess what? He slips on a banana peel. Is the regeneration caused by the Valiard directly or by one of the Billy Piper? Oh, yeah. We're gonna do that now. We're gonna fatten out the midpoint a little bit now. So let's go back to here. I think that 17 tries to redirect the Wibbly matrix and stop the Valiard's plan, but one of the Billy bots mortally wounds him. 17 regenerates into the same face. He is able to get himself really iron pinch point. The doctor realizes that the neutron flow, this is clearly an anniversary. Alright, yeah. Good point. Good point, well made. Actually, we'll have that be a reveal for the climax. That's fine. Pinch point. Third plot point. The Valiard deploys his Billy bots to secure the rift, leading to an action-packed and expensive shootout with Unit. There we go. Rule of Paul and shit stupid people like are the same thing viewed from different angles. You're learning! 100% agree. 100% agree. I think the difference between rule of cool and shit stupid people like is self-awareness. With rule of cool, you absolutely know that what you're viewing is dumb, and you have to fully, with your chest, accept I am watching a dumb thing for dumb reasons because I want a big, dumb, caveman dopamine hit, okay? That's what rule of cool is for. Shit stupid people like is that the stupid people want to basically get rule of cool without doing their part of the exchange. Like, Zack Snyder's Justice League is a fucking masterpiece. You just don't understand its complexities. Like, that's the difference. That's the difference between rule of cool and shit stupid people, like, basically. In, like, the simplest term possible, because there is a huge difference. As a writer who employs both, there is a huge difference, and they're very different kinds of tools. All TV will be poorly staged and on Disney Plus. Oh, dear. I love how we basically made the Valiard into Rick Sanchez. Me too. Zack Snyder. I expect movies to be good, and they usually are. That's fair. Yeah. No, I agree. I like most movies. I'm too old and too tired and too jaded to pretend I hate most things. I'm ambivalent about most things now. Every year I get older, I relate more and more to Mike from Red Letter Media. I'm just tired. I watched the first 2 episodes of The Acolyte the other day. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. And for some reason, the fact that it was good depressed me. I'm not sure why. Zack Snyder trying to be funny. Impossible. Oh dear. I know. I like when you point out that his movies are humorless, and his fans go, "Oh, you want everything to be a fucking comedy? You want everything to be just fucking jokes." All right, let's see. Where are we? Plot points. That diversion went on exactly as long as it needed to. So we have our stakes set now. Third plot point, okay? The Valiard has now using physical force to keep the portal open, okay? So the Doctor and Robin Hood have to confront him, which is going to lead to a 2-stage battle, okay? I'm looking forward to The Acolyte. Love the prequels. Also, there were jokes in the 4-hour Justice League. There were jokes in the 4-hour Justice League. He does do jokes. The issue is not so much that, like, he doesn't do jokes. The issue is that his movies are miserable. It's the fact that the general tone is very dour and, like, joyless. And, I mean, they're fucking superhero movies about men in capes who punch bad guys. Like, you can make them deep as hell. You can make them, like, I don't know, maybe even approaching fucking smart. If you, like, really, really fucking try. But they're always gonna be fucking superhero movies. And you know what? If you don't agree with me, you disagree with Alan fucking Moore, too. Good luck with that. He wrote a show about himself. Who wrote a show about himself? Guardians of Gahul is Zack Snyder's best movie. I'll die on this hill. Probably. Zacky Boy wrote a show about himself. Show is this? Oh dear. Anyway, let's get back to writing. Can you believe that this is a writing show? I disagree with Alan Moore on most things, actually. I know. I don't. I think he's, like, right about a lot of shit. To be honest, I just think it's hard to accept for us sometimes. Do you remember how he went after Harry Potter? And everyone was like, "Oh, it's a bit harsh you going after Harry Potter like that." He always ends up on top somehow. It was a Netflix series. I think it was like Life of Zack Snyder. I like Alan Moore's interviews as well. What's your joke, Sacrificial Lamb? I like Alan Moore's interviews. Yeah, they're good. Wonder about his thoughts on the Pennyworth show. I want to ask Alan Moore. I want to ask Alan Moore what he thinks of what he thinks of I'm gonna ask him what he thinks of Wonder Woman 1984, and then I'm gonna be like, wait, you didn't write that? And I would gaslight him into believing that he actually did write the comic that 1984 was based on. That's what I would do with Alan Moore. Oh dear. Usually usual Caleb Gwynn went after Harry Potter in a way that was based and not just no whimsy equals school shooter. Okay, that is fair. That is fair, I guess. Oh dear. God damn it. I also like the way he went after James Bond in those books. I thought that was good. But yeah, no, Alan Moore, if we're being real, it's just a very, very strong flavor of writing. But it's a way that is flavored that way with a sense of intention and with a very, very strong understanding of craft. And that's why, even though I feel like if you're a writer, like a serious writer, you don't have to like agree with Alan Moore or Alan Moore's philosophy on writing, or certainly like politics. I don't. But you have to like respect the fact that he's coming from a real place and that he is probably the very, very best at that particular approach of writing. You know what I mean? And whether you agree with him or not, there is something to be learned and something to be gained from studying him. You know who else I feel this way about? Fucking Zack Snyder, funnily enough. I think that the style of what he's trying to do, which is basically shit that not very intelligent 14-year-olds think is masterpieces, I think he's fucking good at making that shit, and I think there is stuff that you can learn from him as a creator and apply to your own stuff. Yeah, I'm glad you agree. Yeah, I think that like, and this is the thing, a lot of these like very, very strong creators, I think that the only thing that like Chris Chibnall is guilty of really is not being that. Like, Chris Chibnall had to like fucking come after Russell T Davies and after like Stephen Moffat, and like those are two like crazy geniuses, you know what I mean? And Chris Chibnall is a pretty good TV procedural writer, like a cop show writer, you know what I mean? Like, he never had a fucking chance. Disagrees with my opinion equals stupid. Sure. Chibnall can write Who. He can write Who. He can write very serviceable Who. But like, Russell T Davies and Stephen Moffat redefined what the show could even be. Like, they basically wrote the rulebook on what Doctor Who should be in the modern era. Like, Russell did that, and then Stephen Moffat came and fucking did it again. Like, I'm not saying Chibnall is bad, because honestly, he fucking isn't, okay? Chibnall is just workmanlike, and when you put him up against, like, those two, it's unfair. I don't know. It is frankly unfair. And it honestly, it speaks to how lucky we've been as, like, a fandom and as, like, a group that we've had wall-to-wall fucking once-in-a-generation geniuses, like, running the show. Like, we're so lucky with that. We're so lucky that every single time we've casted a Doctor, they've been fucking amazing. Like, I don't know. Like, even the worst two Doctors that we've had have been pretty fucking good. And that's awesome, you know? Get rid of the Matt Smith era. Matt Smith era is the weaker of the two Moffat eras, but I mean, it made the show a success, like, internationally. Like, you kind of can't get rid of it. Workmanlike is the perfect description of the Chibnall era. Holy fuck. Thank you! Thank you. I can't wait for the next Doctor to be the Doctor. I know, it'll come right eventually. The Doctor talks to the Valiant about how he understands the pain, but you have to accept it and move on, and they hug it out. The Doctor comforting him as he finally lets go of the pain. That's beautiful. I'm putting that in, so when you come back on the VOD, by the way, I will do that. I will put that in right now. Okay, guys, because that's really good. I likes that. I fucks with that. Series 13 is better than 7, 9, and 10 overall. It's better than 7. I will give you that. It is better than 7. Series 9 is like a masterpiece. And Series 10 is probably the most solid season of Who we've like ever gotten. So I'm going to have to disagree with you there, bud. By the way, if you actually want to discuss working together, just DM me. I will! I do want to work with you, absolutely. 8/9. That's fair. I think those are both valid things as well. I think that the quality... Right, with Peter Capaldi, I think that the quality gap between his seasons is so tiny that, like, anyone being your favorite or least favorite is, like, perfectly valid. And you kind of don't have to justify that opinion in a lot of ways. But yeah, you die on that hill. That's fine. I respect that. I respect it. Let's see. I like 7, 9, and 10. What else have we got? I'm going to have a look at the story and make sure there's no, like, missing plot points in it while you guys talk about. What is your favorite season of Doctor Who, actually? That's a good question. I like Series 8 of the classic series. It's very good. I also like Series 9 of the classic series. I think Season 26 of the classic series, though, is probably the best run of Doctor Who. That's very good. I like the books. I've heard the Whittaker books are excellent. I really like what the 11th series of Doctor Who, I really like what that was pitched itself as, like what it's claimed to be. And then it stopped being that after the first episode. It's kind of weird to me how, like, the Jodie Whittaker era, if you watch the first episode and nothing else, you would assume that Doctor Who had turned into kind of a gritty, kind of cop showy, detective-y, kind of noir-y show, right? Like, it's a lot like, kind of more muted. It's a lot more kind of like gritty. And then it's never like that again. The Woman Who Fell to Earth is pretty good, to be honest. It is pretty good. Yeah, it is pretty good. And I wish that the show had kept the tone of The Woman Who Fell to Earth. Let's see. The Moff era is oddly enough more consistent in quality to the bigger picture scheme of things. Yeah, I agree. I think Moffat's set a new standard for what Doctor Who should be. I will always and forever be of the opinion that we should be going through Moffat too right now. I think that it's inevitable that he's going to get given the reins of the show again, and it's going to be amazing. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I think season 23 or season 21 are my favorites. Those are bold choices, and I love it. If you were condensing an era down into an entire single series, which episodes make the cut? Ooh, depends on whose era. Rosa and Punjab were about the same quality. I would say that Punjab edges Rosa a little bit. Punjab has a very strong narrative compared to Rosa. 21 is valid. I think in terms of historical episodes for 13, the Cyberman one, the Mary Shelley one, that one's probably the best one. Haunting of Via Diledati. That one's great. Has really strong characters. They really like bounce off each other well. It's got like a decent enough plot. Yeah, I like that one a lot. That one doesn't have that like workman-like quality that a lot of the other Chibnall scripts do. I'm into that one, which I mean, Maxine Alderton probably wrote most of it, so something to do with that. Witchfinders is underrated, actually. I have not seen. I saw Witchfinders like once. I need to get back on Witchfinders. I need to get Witchfinder pilled, I think. 13 Strong Suit was definitely historical character pieces. Yeah, I feel like the historical stuff with 13 did tend to do a little bit better. Which again, it kind of speaks to how workmanlike Chris Chibnall was, because the safest area for him, like the area where he felt most comfortable as a writer, was dealing in the costume drama stuff, which at the end of the day, both from an out of story perspective, from an in story perspective, is a lot easier because you have history and then you add an alien, so you don't have to do any world building because the world is already created for you. It's our world in the past, okay? And in terms of like in story, out of story perspective, he is writing something that is very, very well worn in terms of British media. I mean, British media puts out all kinds of historical dramas and shit, so you're essentially just doing a historical drama but adding space shit, which is very much what Rosa feels like, to its detriment. Can You Hear Me is also underrated. Can You Hear Me is good, yeah. I like Witchfinders. The book was good. The book was good? Oh, cool. I just really want to see Witchfinders again. But yeah, like, and this is the thing for me, the best Whittaker episode is worse than the worst Capaldi episode. I would still rather watch Kill the Moon than anything in the Whittaker era. That's kind of where I'm at. The Shooty Gatwa era, some of the episodes have been some of the best shit I've seen in Doctor Who, like, period. And some of them have really not. How? Because they're boring! They're fucking boring! There's no spark in them. There's no imagination. There's no auteurism to them anymore. Or there wasn't. Now there is. And whether or not it's the right auteurism is a conversation for another time. But like, the fact that that era of Doctor Who is so lacking in vision is kind of the issue for it. Because like, the big change they made in the Chris Chibnall era, this is how like low creative energy it was. The huge change they made was the Doctor being adopted, because that's something that the person writing it had personally experienced. Okay, so like nothing is being drawn from there. Outside of like the writer's own like personal experiences and shit. It's like a direct lift. I think the direction is missing something now. So do I. I think the issue now is it's gone too far the other way. I think before we had an absolute lack of like someone who's a bit crazy like running the show, and now we have someone who's a bit crazy running the show who no one is allowed to tell no. And so you have like those consequences. The girl who waited over Village of Angels is crazy. Village of the Angels barely has a fucking plot though. It's just there to get the Doctor teleported to fucking Division. Like, I get that it has vibes, and the vibes are pretty strong, but like, other than that, it's really like not that strong a story. And it also has the worst Weeping Angel effect shot, because for the first time in all of Doctor Who, they have a shot where you can clearly see that the Weeping Angels are just actors with like stony makeup, because of when one puts their hands on a character and you can clearly see it's just a human hand, like painted fucking grey. It's spooky though. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't like that drone shot in the Star Beast. I've got on about it too much. Yeah. I think that it's fair to criticise the direction. I think it's missing something too. I completely agree with that. I completely agree with that. So it looks like we got a pretty strong story. That's good. It's very exciting. I feel like for me, it mainly comes down now to like, I know that the production team has like a lot more money, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they like know what to do with it. Imagine if 13 was a Weeping Angel for a whole episode alone and tried to communicate. It would have been amazing. Yes, it would have. It would have been absolutely incredible. Check this, Moosey. Here, I'm gonna blow your mind. I'm gonna ruin Weeping and Village of the Angels for you, okay? You know the bit where 13 gets turned into a Weeping Angel? It's a pretty shocking moment, right? But here's the thing. All that's actually happening there is that the Doctor is being teleported from one place to another. Her being turned into a Weeping Angel is nothing but an aesthetic paint job. In terms of what's actually happening on that screen, you could have just had her teleport and it would have had the same effect on the story. It's a dumb story. Professor Jericho is a fun character, but it's a dumb story. I like the bit in, what's her name? Is it Dawn? The lady who they set it up that she's going to be John Bishop's girlfriend. And then she's like, actually, fuck you. Yeah, but he didn't because Chibnall was metal. Because he turned her into a fucking angel. Yeah, and then did nothing for it, and it had no consequences whatsoever. And now no one can ever do a story where the Doctor is turned into a weeping angel and has to actually do something about it. That idea is off limits forever because Chris Chibnall wanted to do a fancy way to teleport. Like, I don't think it's worth it. I'm sorry. Just like I don't think it's worth using the Beatles in the Devil's Chord, and now no one can ever use the Beatles in a Doctor Who story for something actually fucking meaningful. Because they wanted to do a cute little cameo. You get what I'm saying? It was still awesome for a week. Cliffhanger. Yeah, and then like all drugs, the high wears off. And you're left with nothing but emptiness. I think Common Men should have been used. I think that would have been fucking great. I agree. I completely agree. That's just Doctor Who, dude. Yeah, I know. And you know what? Doctor Who should be good. Like, Who was cleanly a decade ahead of almost anything else on TV. Oh, hello, we're back! Oh, yay! Okay, hello everyone, I'm back. I have returned. I slew the dragon that was the assassins that Russell T Davies and Chris Chibnall sent to the house. They're dead and rotting. Outside in the corridor right now. We're fine here. Yep, unbeatable, unstoppable as always. Okay, here's what's going down though. Right now, I want to make the fucking point that I was gonna make before because it's a good point, and then I'm gonna go. But I'm still hearing a bit shit. Did they look like Tigger? Yes, they did actually. Yes. They were very orange, and now they're very red. But the thing that I was thinking was, I think that a significant proportion of the fan base, seem to be under the impression that because Doctor Who has gone through embattled periods where it's been a bit shit, okay, they have this expectation built in their head that Doctor Who is supposed to be a bit shit. And so they go like, if you talk about how like Space Babies or the Devil's Chord like have some problems, they'll be like, oh no, Doctor Who is supposed to be wank though. And like, honestly, as someone who is more on the, I want every episode to be heaven sent, basically. I find that a bit depressing, and I find that a bit disheartening. And, I guess that's the final point, is don't be like that. You know what I mean? Because, like, honestly, it's fucking unbearable. Brother, even in Series 4, it was a bit shit. It was funny. No, it wasn't. No, it fucking wasn't. See, I will sit here. What do you mean by a bit shit? Let's talk about this for a second. Do you mean the fact that, like, it's a bit cheap and cheaply constructed? Because that's not the same thing as being shit, is it? I don't think good Doctor Who should be good, and the good doesn't really need much except writing. I 100% agree. It needs writing, and in my opinion, it kind of needs acting as well. And it needs an understanding between the script and the actor. That's where, like, really amazing stuff comes out. And yeah, look, The Doctor's Daughter, yeah, that's one shit episode in, like, an entire season of fucking bangers. The Bee Monster, that's a good episode. That's a good episode. It has some pretty complex writing in it. I hate the guy. Gareth Roberts is a fucking troglodyte, but I mean, he knows how to do an Agatha Christie riff. I'll tell you what, this will give you an appreciation for it, okay? In murder mysteries, there's two different types of mystery, okay? There's like your freehand mysteries where basically the audience is led along the path until they're given the answer, kind of like Sherlock, okay? And then you have what's called fair play mysteries, which is a mystery where the audience is given every tool they need to solve the crime before the detective solves the crime. Here's the thing that's crazy about the Unicorn and the Wasp, okay? It has one of each kind of mystery. You absolutely can figure out who the thief, who the unicorn is, before the doctor tells you who the unicorn is. You could totally work that out based on contextual clues that are given to you in the episode, right? And the other one is a perfect example of the other kind of mystery as well, like the wasp guy. So yeah, it might be campy, it might have a silly special effect, but a lot of craft and a lot of care went into making that a good story. So I think it's unfair to dismiss that as shit based on just an effect that wasn't able to be completed in the amount of time that would have ideally been given it. Now, when you compare that to something like Kablam, which is structurally broken on a philosophical level, when you compare it to something like Eve of the Daleks, where the characters don't even care that they're being killed repeatedly, and like one of them is a stalker and it's treated as romantic, when you compare it to fucking Legend of the Sea Devils, where they tried to Yas Queen a fucking slave trader, who, by the way, went on to marry one of those sons. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a pretty big fucking gulf. There we go. That's the end of my my little rant that I like to end these with. That was the end of the stream. But yeah, no, quality and camp are two completely different like wavelengths. They don't really like meet. Like, something can be camp and it can be incredible. Something can be very dry and it can be absolute fucking dog shit. I mean, look at fucking the Zack Snyder movies. They go out of their way to not be camp. Does it work out for them? No. Nah, dog, don't talk about historical characters in the Chibnall era. I fucking will. Queen Victoria and Churchill. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, the Queen Victoria one was in fucking 2007. Like, most of the understandings that we have now of why these historical figures are bad didn't fucking exist back then, so I think that's a bit unfair. And with regards to the Churchill one, yeah, that was a little bit unfortunate. But then Mark Gatiss has a little bit of a fetish for the English Empire, so it can't exactly be, like, surprising. However, at the same time, do you know what Winston Churchill was portrayed as? He was portrayed as a very morally dubious and shifty motherfucker who wanted to steal the TARDIS key and was willing to work with fascists. I don't think they Yas Queened Winston Churchill. I think that they didn't make him a fucking villain, which they should have done, but it's not the same thing as, like, Nikola Tesla. You know Nikola Tesla, who was a fascist in real life and would have wanted Ryan taken off the street and killed. That Nikola Tesla. You know about that, right? 2006 isn't fucking 1950. It basically is, though, dude. It's one generation of people removed. It pretty much is. Like, how old are you, man? Because, like, I'm in my 30s. I was a young adult in 2006, and let me tell you, it's a completely different fucking world to what it was back then. A completely different fucking world. You know, you were allowed to, like, casually make jokes about how gay people are terrible in 2006 on TV. Like, on TV, you were allowed to just be a fucking transphobe and get away with it. It was a completely different fucking world, man. Nikola Tesla's episode was good. I didn't know about it, though. Yeah, it was a good episode. It was a good episode. It was a solid piece of storytelling. Morally dubious, he was a good guy that was just ignorant of the Daleks. Dude, he said if Hitler invaded hell, I would take a I would give a favorable reference to the devil. Like, what the fuck do you think is meant by that? Like, that is to show a person who has no moral compass. That's what that means, is I don't have morality. I just want to win. That is the meaning of that phrase. He's very morally dubious. The implications were in the church of one. They weren't strong enough. And I mean, the episode definitely like compromised itself because it wanted to do unironically do the our country, daddy boy to the doctor, it wanted to do that stupid shit while also being a bit critical of Winston Churchill. I'm not gonna deny that Victory of the Daleks isn't like bad, because of course it's bad. There's lots of reasons it's bad. I always think the Pandorica was the worst one with him in. I like the Pandorica episode. I think it's a pretty solid, like, pre-finale episode. But yeah, I think in general, in terms of representing historical figures in Doctor Who, we've generally just not had a lot of luck. You know what I mean? I think the one that I think of in terms of bad examples in RTD, by the way, the one I would bring up would not be Queen Victoria. The one I would bring up is the Shakespeare Code, and how in the Shakespeare Code, William Shakespeare is like racist to Martha, and the Doctor kind of takes William Shakespeare's side a bit. Because, like, you know how the Doctor, like, says, oh, it's political correctness gone mad? The implication of that is that Martha is the one who is out of line for being offended that William is racist. And the Doctor is co-signing William's behavior. Yeah. If you want to talk about an episode being fucked with a historical figure, that's the one. And you know what? Russell T Davies does have some trouble with betraying race. I mean, we've talked before about him like pairing Martha and Mickey together. I mean, you've seen the threads on Twitter about the Dot and Bubble episode, and about how, like, it is, as much as it is a very good episode that has a very good, like, message, it is still very much enconched through a lens of, like, upper middle class, like, whiteness. You know what I'm saying? What about the Unquiet Dead? You mean the one where Rose gets sexually assaulted and it's treated as like a fun bit? Like that, Unquiet Dead. Old Doctor Who, like, a lot of it hasn't aged great, to be honest. Like, old new Doctor Who. I need to know your take on Blood Tide's child stuff. I need to re-listen to Blood Tide, actually. I've listened to it once before. I was very young, though, so I don't think I would have, like, appreciated the points as much. He said it as a way of mocking racism and PC at the same time. Yeah, I know, but, like, you have to think, like, he didn't think through what the causal line of effect was. Because, like, okay, I'll give you an example, okay? Right, you are taking your black friend to meet another white friend, okay? And your white friend says a bunch of racist shit to your black friend, right? If you then respond, oh, it's just political correctness gone mad, when your black friend is offended by that, what are you? Actually write your answer in the comments too. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you have to look at it as like an interaction, and like, it's pretty bad. Also, I think people knew slavery and colonizing the planet in 2006 was bad. They knew about it, but you know what they didn't know about, Moosey? Intersectionality. They didn't know about microaggressions. They didn't know about a lot of stuff, because even though like post-colonial theory existed back then, it was not in the mainstream at all. At all. That shit didn't even really start coming around until, I would say, like 2014 at the earliest. My black friend would be just as racism back to him, just the people I hang with. Well, I'm glad that your one black friend is okay with racism, Lucy. Congratulations, I guess. Although I would have to ask, is he being racist back to them because that's what he actually thinks? Or is he being racist back to them because that's the only way he's able to communicate as the only black person in that environment? Worth thinking about, I feel. I'm from Tower Hamlets, mate. Don't try that shit with me. Oh dear. Yes, that one. Sexual assault happens a lot in Doctor Who. Well, it does. It does. I mean, it's those British, man. It's those British. They're just a very gropey people. We all act racist. It's not fake. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? I'm not going to educate you. I'm not going to sit here and explain how intersectionality works. We're teenagers taking... You're teenagers. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll fucking put the kid gloves on then. It's fine. I don't expect you to understand any of this shit. Your brain doesn't even have ridges yet, dude. You're fine. Oh, I forgot young people are like... Young people have always been like that. No, that's old man bullshit. Young people have always been selfish, capricious little shits, and it includes my generation, and it includes the generation before mine, and it includes the generation before that. And you know what? They're fucking entitled to be. Because their brains haven't fucking developed empathy yet. Of course they're going to be like that. Like, whenever... 2 years from voting. Well done, mate. Seriously though, like, people are way too hard on young people. And young people nowadays, like, kids now, they're way more conscientious and way more empathetic and way smarter than kids were, like, when I was a fucking kid. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Half my classmates had foreheads that kept the fucking rain off their feet. Moosey, you're doing just fine. This is a wild Doctor Who story. We finished the Doctor Who story a while ago. All we have to do is write a resolution. This is the bit. We finished the video and now Ryan just sits down and just like... Let's rap, kids. When I was 16, I was fucking intolerable and I'm young enough to have a digital footprint. I was fucking awful when I was 16, man. I was terrible. I was way worse than Moosey. I should get empathy. Heard good things about it. It sucks, bro. It sucks. It sucks. No, let me tell you, bro. Bro, oh my god. You know when I watch Wonder Woman 1984, one thing that goes through my mind at the end of the movie is man, he just wanted his fucking kid to be happy, man. Even though he did all this terrible shit, it all came from the fact that he was a father. Like, and that makes me sad, even though that's one of the worst movies ever made. Like, that's what empathy does to you. Not even once. Can you rap about yogurt? Yeah, probably, actually, yes. I could. Or never watched it. Continue along that life path, Moosey. It's not worth it. Oh, dear. That's the one where they make Wonder Woman a rapist. It's pretty bad. I've seen worse movies. Wonder Woman 2 was decent. No, it wasn't! No, it wasn't. I've seen worse movies too. It is legit pretty fucking awful. Like, it's pretty heinous. Oh, here's the thing as well. When you say, like, a bad movie, do you take budget into account? Because I do. And in my opinion, a bad movie that, like, has a really big budget is 10 times worse than a bad movie that was made for, like, a packet of crisps. 10 times worse. Wonder Woman's boyfriend. How the fuck can Wonder Woman... What do you mean, how can? With her vagina. Fucking kids. With her wonder vagina. Like, bottom 10 of my top 10 movies that have rapists as protagonists. That's really funny. Well done, Lamb. I'm clipping this. Please do. Please clip this. Raping is penitentiary. No, it fucking isn't. Oh my god, Moosey. No, it isn't. Oh no. Oh no. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Okay. Bro, look it up. I don't need to. I know how it works, and that is not how it works. Okay? And I know that rape is when you have sex with someone who doesn't want to have sex with you. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Just because the UK like has that in law doesn't mean that that's what it actually is. I don't care about the law. I literally don't. I don't define my morality from the fucking law, Moosey. I define my morality from fucking morality. Okay? Like, I am above that. I am so fucking far above that. Okay? Law. Law? What are you, a fucking liberal? Fucking law. Law. They changed the law. Yeah, exactly. Even Peep Show knows that's rape. Oh dear. Okay, but it isn't. Yes, it is. And you know what? You're like 16. You don't know. You don't know. Maybe you don't know about this. Have you thought about that? Please clip this thing. We should have a debate. I'll put you on fucking Cool Moosey and we'll hash this out like men. What if the boyfriend is penetrating the guy's soul? Jesus Christ. Don't give him that. Don't give him hypotheticals. Oh, I'm glad you set the pit. Is it in the Discord? It better be in the Discord, lab. Join the Discord. Oh god, how does one do this? I don't know. I ask myself that question every time I go live, Lucy. One day maybe I'll have an answer, but it is not this day. How do you fuck a soul? I mean, honestly, with enough lube and enough patience, you can fuck a lot of things, Mercy. This is getting hella off the rail. What rails? I was done 10 minutes ago. I'm just hanging out now. Mercy. Oh dear. Train sex when? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh dear. After dark. So yeah, we don't call it the Discord. This fills the niche. I know. It does. It does. Okay, goddamn. Rape and sexual assault are legal terms that every government agrees on. No, they don't. No, they don't. That's the problem. That's the problem that we're having here is no, they don't. Hang on. Like, you know how, like... Every government has different definitions. I know, that's what I'm seeing right now, man. No, dude, that's the issue that you're having, is that's why you can't use, like, legality and shit to determine this. Because, like, what if one country says, well, it doesn't count as rape if you do it on this day of the year? And what if another country is like, well, it doesn't count if you eat 3 olives beforehand? Like, there's all kinds of shit. Like, that's why you can't use law. And, like, the other argument, to be honest, which should end this entirely, and this is why you can't use legal definitions for things, dude. Like, slavery was legal. The Holocaust was legal. Lots of things that shouldn't be legal are legal. And lots of things that shouldn't be illegal are illegal. Like stem cell research, for example. In Canada, you can't rape your wife legally. There you go, see? See? Didn't a place literally make gay people illegal the other day? Exactly! Exactly! That's why you just can't do it. And that is the end of moral philosophy with Ryan. The new segment on Write a Doctor Who from scratch. Now, I think this has gone on for quite long enough. Tomorrow I am going to do a TARDIS Wiki Roulette. So we'll do another one of those streams, and it's going to be fun. I got back, and why are we talking about sexual assault? Because Moosey doesn't think that women can rape. And we've all been explaining to him that he's very stupid for believing that. And should be a bit ashamed of himself, to be honest. Yeah, Wonder Woman 84. That was what started this. And now we're on to here. I mean, they could fuck off. Anyway, I'm doing another stream tomorrow. It's going to be a TARDIS Wiki Roulette. I hope to see all of you there, where maybe we can continue this wonderful conversation. But hopefully fucking not. I would ask what is wrong with you, but I feel like the real question here is what is wrong with me? God damn it. What are you doing, Moosey? What do you think you're going to accomplish here? I'm quite curious. Like, I don't think you understand the point that I'm making at all. I'm trying to leave right now. I think I better leave right now before I fall any deeper. That's a reference to an old people song for old people. By William Old. I'm just seeing a dumb point. If you say so, mate. I'll do a poll. Good night, everyone. It won't let me end the stream at the moment, so that's a problem. I laughed at that, honestly. I'm glad that you laughed. I laughed at it too. Don't like Wonder Woman, thank you tonight. Fuck. Oh dear. Keep it open, then we'll behave. Poll results. Oh dear. You watch, this is gonna be a YouTube video tomorrow morning. Oh dear. Alright, bye guys. Bye. See you tomorrow.